Hello there, and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in the Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy, and today we're going to be doing a What's in a Box video on my Bronco models 7.62 cm FK36R Alf Pzjgr Pzjgr Kraftwagen 5T Diana SDKFZ.6/3, which is kit number CB35038 in the 135 scale. And as you can see, what a splendid big box it comes in, because it's got lots and lots and lots of parts. Now, if you're not familiar with this vehicle, I'm just going to read out the blurb that comes with this, and then we'll do the standard sort of thing that I do, which is have a flick through the old instruction book, and then we'll move on to the parts as quickly as possible. So, the development of the SDKFZ.6 was started by Pzjgr in 1934. It was one of a series of half-track vehicles for the German army. These were primarily intended as prime movers for artillery pieces. The later type's BN9 used a Maybach HL54 TUK-RM engine rated at 115 horsepower. Top speed was 50 kilometers per hour, and a crew of 7 could be carried. A total of 3,500 of these vehicles were produced. Several SDKFZ.6 chassis were fitted with the Russian 1936 7.62 cm anti-tank gun, examples of which were captured in Russia. The gun was mounted on the rear bed with the gun facing forward. The vehicle was designated the 7.62 FK36R Alf 5T Pzjgr Kraftwagen and named Diana. Protection for the crew was provided by an armoured box with side access doors. 9 vehicles are thought to have been converted and issued to Pzjgr Albeltung 605, serving with the Dutch Afrika Korps in North Africa. Now, I actually picked this kit up from my mate Mikey when I went down to Cornwall, and he was very nice. He charged me £20 for it. It is still available. There's one vendor selling it in the UK on eBay for, I think it was £35.95 plus £3.95 postage, and there are a few other versions available in Europe. Generally sort of around about £40 plus postage, so it's not particularly rare, but it seems to be kind of rare in the UK. So I think I got a pretty good deal, though upon inspecting it when I've just opened it, it does appear to have some missing bits, mainly the decal sheet and the photo etch. Mikey, where's my photo etch and my decal sheet? Never mind, the decals can easily be replaced, and photo etch is just a bleeding nightmare anyway, so I'm not too bothered about that at all. £20 sounds like a good deal to me. So I'll have a look at the instructions, and we get a whole load of sprue diagrams at the front. We got our recommended Tamiya colour, Humbrol Hobby Colour and Mr. Hobby conversion chart to tell us which paints we're going. And moving on to the next section, we start with the build. And there's quite a lot of parts in this. It's very parts heavy, but it's quite a big vehicle. So illustration 1, we're going to be looking at the underside of the vehicle's frame, attaching a whole load of mechanicals to do with suspension and steering. Then we're going to move on to put these pieces on here, which are for the well, sort of the wheel bed, I suppose. Number 2, we're going to put our engine together and mount it in the front. We've got, reckoning these are sort of fuel tanks maybe at the rear, and some other boxes that need to go in as well. Section 3 is all about the road wheels and the front turning wheels, and obviously these are going to be pasted in tyre black and whatever colour we decide to pick it to colour it in, which is relevant. So there's going to be some sort of Africa Korps colour, that is where these were actually used. Then we're going to put the wheels on in section 4. Section 5. Oh, I thought that was the engine going in. That was a transmission, obviously, that went in previously. Now we're going to put the engine together in section 5. Section 6, we're going to move on to putting lots of small parts on the front of the vehicle, including the lights, probably some sort of water condenser unit, I would have thought, and a few other small parts. Section 7, we're going to do the dashboard console, moving on to the actual cab of the vehicle. There we go. Section 8, we're going to start putting the side panels on the front for our driver to hop in and out. Looks like we've got a radio to put in here. And then 9, we're going to put that onto the chassis with our engine, and eventually our radiator is going to go on as well, and the radiator cover. Section 10, we're going to return to the bottom. I think it's really just sort of indicating that we're going to be painting sort of things in rust, and we have our exhaust pipe going on as well. What we're doing here, number 11, we're putting all the cab together. So we've got our pre-built instrument console, our side panels, gear shifter, gear stick, and then we have two options here. We can either put a glazed windshield in, or we can put the covered fold down version, which is depicted in the picture. Number 12, we're going to throw all that onto our chassis, and then we're going to put the tracks on, which is kind of interesting because, well, these are tracks that you have to build. Yum yum. Section 13, we're going to move on to the 7.62 centimeter Russian captured anti-tank weapon. Section 14 is that as well. Section 15, we're going to put the gun shield on. And moving on to 18 and 19, we're going to put the carriage and the wheels on as well. We've also got a couple of boxes of ammo that we can stow in the back, and a rifle as well by the look of it. 20 is going to be starting to put the floor on. We've got some like ammunition boxes to put in. Section 21 shows us how to actually mount the gun carriage in. Obviously the rear arms have been cut down. What we got going on here? We've got some these brackets here to keep the wheels in place. So I'm kind of guessing you can dismount this if you wanted to, but I don't know. I don't think it would coil very well. Section 22, we're going to move on to the armoured box in the rear, which is probably only suitable for stopping small rounds for, I would have thought. So that's all section 22. Section 23, we're going to put the armoured box together. Looks like we have some framework for a cover that can go on as well. And then we're going to put this huge armoured box onto the actual chassis. And we're going to end up with something like this, which is option 1, 5T Diana, Pzjgr Arbeitung, Libya, North Africa, Spring 1942, with a camouflage colour, or we can do it plain as indicated on the box, which is number 7 SP80 gun, 605th Pzjgr Arbeitung, Libya, Spring 1942. Oh, and this marking here, apparently this was captured by the Brits, so this one was actually captured. Interesting. We could have this as the 8th Army. Cool. Okay. So let's have a look at the parts. I'm just going to do the actual gun first because that's what's in front of me. As we can see, we've got two sprues here which have the wheels for the gun on. It's very thin tyres going on this. So there's two of those. We've got the armoured shield here. We've got part of the barrel here. There's part of the firing mechanism. Whole range of little bits that I'm not actually going to attempt to actually identify. Oh, the actual gun comes as one piece. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's useful. Saves us sticking it together. Here's the actual part of the gun carriage as well. We have what looks like some sighting things and some other bits and bobs to go with it. So that's our gun dealt with. Here we have our chassis, which you can see has got some kind of nice detail going on. That's all pre-built, which we kind of appreciate. Putting these things together, I think, can probably be a bit of a problem because obviously if you kind of make a misstep, you think it has a twisted chassis. Here we've got our covered windshield, and we have our parts of our armoured box. This being the front, I would imagine. I reckon that's the front. Not too sure. Oh, they're going to be these sort of side parts here. These sort of supports for the armoured box. We've got our ammunition lockers here, and we have some other parts of the box as well. You can see we've got some nice detail here. You can see some very fine rivets, fine detail going on. Always like a bit of that. Here we have some more parts of the armoured box. This is going to be the sides. So again, we can see here we actually have openings for two doors, which are here. Oh, that's probably going to be the front there, I would have thought. I'm not quite sure. That must have been the back that we looked at previously. There's the floor. As we can see, we've got some access panels so we can get through to the transmission and what have you. These are going to be our rails for putting a canvas tarp on. And we've got a few other bits there as well. Moving on to the actual vehicle and the front of it. Here we have our front mudguards. That's going to be the bulkhead between the engine compartment and the driver. Nice little bonnet. Got our radiator cover, which should say bussing nag on it, I think. I think it does. Yeah, there we go, bussing nag. What else have we got? We've got the side parts for the driver's compartment. They've got some nice detail on. And that's going to be the interior floor of the driver's compartment. As we can see, we've got some nice sort of grated detail on there as well. Oh, there's our instrument console there. Just there. So that's all looking pretty cool. We get 2 of these sprues. Oh, and an extra one. Okay. Well, we'll ditch that one. That's basically the piece of that one. So this is going to be all our road wheels. I think they're the front ones. They're the front wheels, I think. Oh, no, they're the front wheels. They must be the backs or something. No, they're part of the wheels. So we've got our road wheels. We've got loads of mechanicals. Got a headlight. I think we're going to get some spare wheels out of this, to be honest with you. Kind of looks like it because maybe there's a spare tyre in it as well. That would make sense. Here we go with another mechanical one. This is our Maybach engine. Got suspension springs. No idea what that is. That's part of the transmission, I'm reckoning. Got a gear shifter. There's our fan belt. Fuel tank maybe. Got a steering wheel. Not too sure what they are. Just flip it over. That's just all the insides. There's our exhaust manifolds there as well. What we got on this sprue? Not too many left now. We got parts of the chassis maybe. And some hooks, some bits and bobs there. Towing hook for the front maybe. It's all nicely detailed. Haven't seen a bit of flash on this yet. Nice little quality kit. Here we have some shells and a box. Only get the one of them. That's kind of a shame. Oh well, only one. I'll have to find some more 7.62mm boxes. And what we got here? We got the exhaust pipe. Oh, that's a shame. Whatever that is, that's broken. Oh well, never mind. That looks like the fuel tank casing, maybe. And we got a little radio going on there as well. Got a couple of little ones here that I'm not going to take out the packaging. It's just a rifle and some little cartridges there as well. That's pretty cool. I've never seen those before. Don't know what the other parts are then. And we have standard clear glaze parts, 2 for the front windshield, and we have some side lights and some headlamps by the look of it. So that's basically all our parts gone through. Now I am kind of lucky, or oh we didn't look at this one. There's 3 of these, 4 of these even. These are the tracks. That looked like a lovely kit to put together until we got to the tracks. Look at that. Oh my god. And there are 1, 2, 4 of these. Jeez, they look an absolute nightmare. And I didn't really see much detail on the instructions on how to put these damn things together. Oh well, never mind. Now I'm kind of lucky, or maybe you could say unlucky, because I have another 2 Bronco kits, which I'm going to probably do what's in the boxes for over the next week or so. I'll just pull them up here for you. They're all kind of interesting, experimental, odd vehicles that the Germans produced. So the first one we've got is this German SWS supply ammo vehicle and armoured cargo version. So that's the ammo vehicle and that's the armoured cargo version. So you can do an either or on that and end up with a whole load of spare parts. Wondering whether you could put that on something else maybe. So we're doing a kit review on that one shortly. And what's the other one that I've got here? Now I kind of like this one. This one's really cool. We got this one here, which is a Versuch Flakwagen für 8.8 cm Flak 37 auf Sonderfahrgestell Panzer SFL 4C. So I'm kind of guessing this is a Panzer 4 chassis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. think that's the right amount of wheels for Panzer IV chassis. And they've stripped everything off and mounted a 8.8cm anti-tank gun on it, and it has these fold down armoured pieces on the sides and at the rear. And yeah, I wouldn't fancy facing off against one of those. Again, it's an interesting vehicle, and Bronco seem to kind of do a lot of these sort of interesting and odd vehicles. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please do like and subscribe. There's roughly 150 to 200 What's in the Box kit reviews on the channel at the moment. All you need to do is go and find my kit review playlist, which is easily identified as 172 aircraft or 135. There's another one which is a load of random odd scales. Plenty of other videos on the channel as well. Currently building a Panzer III, which we've got a whole load of build videos. It's the first time I've tried doing a full build video. And we kind of cheated a little bit, and we have had our first go at editing, although it's kind of very hard cut. So there we go. Please do like and subscribe. As always, be seeing you.